Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to play Stay With Me, a Jujutsu Kaisen dating sim for Nanami, Kento. Let's begin. There. Nanami's point of view. A voice in the dark. There is the land of the living and the land of the dead, and the bridge is love. The only survival, the only meaning, the end. Did you enjoy this one? I hope so. Then silence. He dreads the moment the voice leaves him. It always feels colder, lonelier without it. Yet another sound rises from its place, soft and rhythmic, steady like a heartbeat. Light flickering at the edge of his vision, something warm brushes his cheek. He feels it, really feels it. His eyes shift beneath heavy lids. Every blink a struggle. His body doesn't want to blink, but the sound, whatever it is, draws him towards it. With effort, Nami opens his eyes. The world is bored. Half in shadow, his eyes, left eye bandaged. His fingers gaze rough fabric over it, and something deep in his chest twist. The room is unfamiliar. A table holds medical tools arranged with quiet precision, and in the corner, a small stack of books wait, quiet and undisturbed. There is again that sound. He doesn't want to believe it, but he knows it. Sitting up, it feels like dragging himself out of the water. His limbs are heavy, his breath shallow. Every movement aches, but still he rises, slowly, stubbornly. He pushes to his feet. He stumbles. Pain bites deep into his side, but he doesn't stop. He reaches the door, fingers fumbling with the handle, and opens it. Old beach. The breeze hits him like a memory, warm, salted, alive. This feels real. Am I dead? Barefoot, he steps outside. The soil is coarse beneath him, the scent of the sea filling his lungs. Sunlight filters through the thick tropical leaves, and just beyond is a simmer of waves. He walks forward with a slow, uneven steps, the world around him too vivid to be a dream. Am I dead? The thought comes again, quieter, with CERN. His memory is a blur of fire and screaming. Shibuya, the battle, then nothing. The waves touch his feet. Did he actually die? Oh yeah, he did in canon, but he closes his eyes. No, I'm alive. Nami! He turns to the sound of his name, heart jarring in his chest. He's standing there, panting, face straight with sweat, and something like disbelief. Relief softens her eyes, but panic clings to them still. You're awake! You step towards him, pressing your hands together to still their shaking. He's standing, breathing here. Everything's okay now. I knew you were getting better, but I didn't expect you to just wake up and leave like that. The nervous laugh slips out, too quick. His eyes don't leave you, watching beneath the bright, unrelenting sun. The longer he stares, the tighter your stomach knots. Does he remember me? After everything he's been through, memory loss would be a cruel twist. How do you feel? He opens his mouth, but the words catch. He swallows, tries again. And then your name. Spoken hoarse and raw, but real. Every fiber in your body reacts. Yes. What happened? Where are we? You're not expecting the questions. I'll tell you everything, but first, Let's get you inside. The sun is too strong. His legs falter beneath him. He drops to one knee. You rush forward. Nanami! You slip on your arm beneath him and steady him. Come on, I got you. Two months ago, October 31st. Shibuya. I can't pronounce it. Even before they brought Ino in, you knew something was wrong. There had been pressure in the alleyway. There had been pressure in the air all day, a weight in your chest you couldn't shake. The kind that whispers someone's life was about to change, maybe end. You stood in makeshift infirmary beside Shoko, hands stained with blood and antispastic, trying to stay focused. But your thoughts had already drifted too far, past the white sheets, the stretchers, and the flickering overhead lights. To him, Nanami, where was he? Was he safe? The sound of wings pulled your attention back. Megami stepped into the room, his wolf Shigami carrying someone across his back. Itchio, unconscious, his face was pale, his body limp, chest rising in shallow, uneven breaths. Gojo Sensei has been sealed. Gojo, no! You froze. The gauze in your hand crumbles under your tight grip as Megami lowers Ino to one of the stretchers, calling out to Shoko. But his words falter far away, drowning beneath the sudden, deafening rush of your heartbeat. If Gojo Sartoro was sealed, where's Nanami? Probably inside the barrier. We split up. Your mind spiraled. You remember the dream Nanami told you about, the quiet life he hoped for. What if he never gets the chance to reach it? What if this was it? Someone said your name. He flinched, pulling abruptly back to the present. Megami was gone. Shoko stood beside you, watching. Her eyes were tired as ever, ringing with shadows. But beneath them, there was something else. Understanding, concern. Go. You glanced towards Yaga, standing near Ino's stretcher. But Yaga said, if you leave quickly, he won't notice. He hesitated, unsure what held you back. Orders? Guilt? Or the fear of what you might find. I just want to check on him. Shoko's lips curled into the barest hint of a smile. The kind of shared between people who had seen too much and still chose to care. Of course you do. You nod, your throat tightening. I'll be back soon. But we never came back. We found him in the metro station, bleeding but still standing. From your position, you saw him alone, facing a powerful curse that loomed nearby, mourning another that was already dissolving into the air like smoke. You moved carefully, summoning the veil of poison between Nanami and the curse, just as the energy began to form. You turned, his eyes widening in disbelief. What are you doing here? Leave! The curse moved faster than your technique. Before the veil could solidify, it hurled a blast of fire. The flames struck the forming barrier, igniting it midair. The resulting explosion tore through the platform, seeing both of you flying through the wall of shattered glass. You hit the ground hard, pain booming along your side. You tasted blood in your mouth. Namni lay nearby, slumped against the wall, his head lolled. Blood matted into his hair. He heard curses approaching. He had to get him out of there. Maito's voice echoed through the broken metro station. He pressed against the wall, struggling to breathe. You hadn't made it far. There were too many curses and transfigured humans. Even if you reached Shoko now, you'd be leading them straight to her, to the others. You looked down at Nani. You'd done what you could, but it wasn't enough. Your phone was already in your hand. It didn't matter. It didn't remember grabbing it. Blood smeared the screen as you dialed the number. It rang once. Of all the calls I was expecting, yours wasn't one of them. I need that favor. Bring Yui location in the message. A pause. You could hear her brother's wife once. You said her brother's wife once. She couldn't say no to you. At least that's what you hoped. I see. Do you have a place in mind? Your mind was racing. Where should you go? But one thing was certain. If Namni stayed in Tokyo, he would die. A place far, far away. Oh, we're alive. Okay, that's good. Tech, we're alive. I could go back. The voice on the other end of the line sighs. You need to recover properly, Namini. You just woke it up from a coma 2 months. His tone is calm but firm, like she already knows he's going to hurt you. It isn't interested in letting him win. The kids are alright. We got it covered, lax. But Gojo, it's not the same without him or the others, but we're managing. Yeah, without Gojo, it's just without Gojo, no. Gojo's one of my favorites, plus Omni. Plus technically, Ruji and Shikuna. There's a pause. Her name, she speaks again. Her voice softens. Since the last time I got, Ruji flush that matches my classes. There's a pause. Then she speaks again. Her voice softens. And don't feel bad. It's better than you were. It's better that you're there, recovering, instead of here, where everything that's happened. With everything that's happened, I don't know if you'd have made it. The occurring games, the fight against Shukna, Gojo's death. Oh, this is happening. This is happening post Jujutsu Kaisen then. How did so much happen in such a short time? Take a vacation, you deserve it. Another voice cuts in, familiar, annoying, upbeat. You always wanted a vacation, Namini. Just enjoy it. And with a cute nurse too. Nami exhales, slow and tired. He doesn't respond. His gaze shifts to the window. Outside, she's in the garden. He watches her move, focused, graceful, completely unaware that he's looking. She took care of him for 2 full months in this quiet, hidden place no one knew about. She cooked, cleaned, treated his energies, stayed. He already thanked her more than once. Still, he doesn't understand. Why here? Maybe it was just stress, a trauma response. She needed a peace. Was it a coincidence that she brought him to the place he often dreamed about? Did he ever tell her about it during one of her breaks? He doesn't remember. And yet, she stayed here with him. Why? Because I love ya. Just come back when you're ready. Don't come back at all. Or don't come back at all. And it's like, oh, Mary. The line cuts off. Anyway, recover properly and relax. Nami's fingers tightened slightly around the phone. If the kids need anything, tell them they could contact me. Shoko hums. It's not quite a yes, not quite a no. Just a quiet sound she makes when she knows he means it. And Nami? Try not to mess this up again. He grunts and ends the call. It's like, I'll take my adopted son Ruji. and Megami. And I'll just take all three of them. I'm adopting them all. The door opens behind you, and you glance up. Nami steps outside. He looks better, steadier after the last healing session, but he still has a way to go before he's fully recovered. Now that he's awake, you can't help but wonder, will he prefer to go back and have Shoko heal him? How is everyone? Fine. They're still reorganizing after everything that's happened. You nod. Though a chill runs through you at the memory. The updates you heard during those 2 months have been overwhelming, distant, chaotic, opposing to look away from. You weren't there to help. You couldn't be. And still, you were grateful. Grateful that Nami had been far from all of it. You get up and smile at him. Are you ready to change your bandages? You gently peel back the old bandages, then clean the wounds with practiced care. After so many days, the routine feels almost automatic, familiar. You sense Nami's gaze on you. Then you glance up, he looks away. You smile to yourself, it still hits you. He's awake. You've been doing this every night. His voice is quiet. You hadn't realized how much you missed hearing it. It's like, yes. And looking at your abs. Why? You've finished wrapping the fresh bandages, your hands moving without thought. I'm your assigned doctor, Itchio. Hi. Did you forget? Nami lets out a low grunt, the same one he always used to make. He laughs softly. Some things never change. 2 years ago, Tokyo Jujutsu High. The director had told you that Shoko was overworked and needed support, so you were brought in to help. Your ability to heal with reversed curse technique was rare, variable. The work was constant, but you handled it the best you could. One day, a new patient appeared, tall, broad-shouldered, with the calm, honorable expression of someone who had seen too much and still kept going. Shoko let him in. This is Nami and Kento. Why don't you try healing him while I take care of theirs? You nod, motioning for him to sit as Shoko moved on to the next case. The session was brief. You made small talk about the weather. A new bakery that had just opened up in Kagiru Ozarka. I can't remember it right now. You weren't sure if he was actually listening till he asked what kind of bread they sold. Shoko watched the two of you from across the room, glancing over now and then with a strange little look in her eyes. Later, as Nami left, she turned to you. You're going to be responsible for treating him from now on, okay? She saw the connection. You agreed. You didn't think much of it at first. He rarely came in with more than a few cuts or minor energies. Nothing like theirs. Quiet, composed, always professional. But after a few visits, he offered to buy you coffee during one of your breaks. Just one, he said. to return the favor, but then it kept happening over and over. He has a crush. Sometimes you wonder if he was flirting, but people flirted during work all the time. It was a way to pass the time, nothing more. But still he liked his presence, the way he listened, and his deadpan humor. Eventually, you grew comfortable around him. He even smiled once or twice. You weren't sure if he meant it, but it stayed with you longer than it should have. One afternoon, during one of those quiet breaks, he sat beside you, fingers loosely wrapped around his cup. There was something different in his posture, like he was working up to something. Would you like to? Everything, yes. Footsteps shouting. We have an emergency. Come quick. He didn't hesitate. You and Shoko ran to the surgical room. The patient, a young sorcerer, was already slipping. He tried everything. Nothing worked. When it was over, when the room was gone still, Shoko exhaled beside you. He just got married. We need to tell his wife he didn't make it. You nod numbly. You were glad it would be you delivering the news. Later, drained and raw, you sat down in the hallway. Nami was there. Did he hear the news? Probably. He handed you a warm cup of coffee without a word. Thank you. He took a long sip, yet the warmth angered you. Let the warmth anchor you. Oh, did you want to say something to me earlier? He looked at you for a long moment, searching, maybe, or deciding. Then he shook his head. It wasn't anything important. Yes, it was. I'll bury Nanami. At first, Nanami doesn't know what to do. So much free time. He starts with reading. He brought him a small stack of books from the village, some fiction, some poetry, and some obscure ones he thought might catch his eye. About aliens. He reads quietly in the house, or stretched out in the hammock by the sea. Eyes trace the words as the waves roll in. But one night he turns to you. Did you used to read to me before? You blink, surprised. Yes, I did. Did you hear it? I think so. Maybe it made the darkness a bit more bearable. You bite your lip, try not to smile too obviously. Do you want me to keep doing it? He hesitates, just for a breath. Please. So you do. Stuttering all the way. You read to him every night, sometimes on the couch, sometimes sometimes at his bedside. He listened to you, with his eyes closed, his breathing slow and steady. And sometimes you think you catch the hint of smile on his lips. Life on the island settles into something soft, peaceful. You keep healing him, helping him through Sairo, guiding him back into his body bit by bit. And when he's strong enough to walk more easily, you show him around. You're growing vegetables in the garden, herbs along the edges. Nami offers to help, but you refuse. He's not ready yet. Not even a little bit? I mean, gardening might not be the worst. If he sits in his chair nearby, watching the breeze tosses his hair. Sometimes he closes his eyes and just breathes, long and deep, like he never allowed himself to before. Thank you for bringing me here. He pauses. If I have died, I wouldn't have known what this could be. Heart stirs. He says something like that sometimes, quite honest things that he probably doesn't realize affects you the way you do. He deserved to rest. I never believed that before. Rest felt like weakness, like stepping away meant giving up. He glances towards the sea. But now, I think I finally understand the difference. That's good to hear. Your eyes slowly, feeling the strain on your legs, you stretch out to the stiffness. I need to go to the village for surprise. I'll be back soon. You help him back inside. He doesn't say anything, but the way his eyes follow you says enough. He wants to go with you. Stay inside, okay? Why? Are you afraid I'll follow you? No, but I think you'd be a good boy for me. Yes, terrified you chase me down with those wobbly legs. No, I know you'll be a good boy for me. Right? He lets out a quiet hum, eyes drifting to the side. Be careful. Always. The last time you went to the village, he was still unconscious. He locked the door, just in case. But now he's awake, mobile, and stubborn. If he wanders too far, he could hurt himself. He glanced at the humidifier in the bedroom. During his worst nights, he used to add a trace of your poison, just enough to numb the pain, let him sleep. He could use it now, just a little. He wouldn't notice. It would keep him from leaving the house until you returned. Don't put the poison. You trust Nami. He's strong now, clever. You'll be fine. You're only gonna be gone a few hours. You're only gonna be gone for a few hours. When you return, he's asleep in a chair by the window, book resting in his lap. You smile, gently take it from his hands. He murmurs your name in his sleep, barely audible. Your heart stumbles. You don't know when it started, this feeling, but now that's here, you can't seem to let it go. You and Nami are out on one of his daily walks, a part of the slow, steady return of strength to his body. The air is warm, the sky is clear, and the sea breeze follows you through the trees. That's when you find it. A cave tucked behind the rocks, half hidden by overgrowth. The entrance is wide and cold. The ground inside littered with shells and smooth stone. Nami pauses at the threshold. You glance at him. You could tell he wants to say something. You're known him long enough to recognize the way his posture shifts, the quiet tension in his shoulders. But you wait. He speaks when he's ready. He'll speak when he's ready. You step aside to gather a few shells, something small to decorate the house. That's when you hear a gargling sound. You freeze. A curse. You look around, but Nami's still at the entrance. You can't see it. Can't sense it yet. You move quickly, summoning a small poison trap and trapping the creature in it. The air simmering briefly, the curse withers, then crumbles, dissolving into smoke and ash. Nami must have felt a spike in curse energy because he calls out, "Is everything okay?" You glance at what's left of the curse, just faint residue now. Then turn around to him with a bright smile. "Everything's fine." But his voice comes again, lower, more serious. "What happened here? I felt curse energy." Tell him. It was just a small curse. His eyes widen slightly. His stance shifts, more alert now. You raise your hand gently. "I already took care of it. Don't worry." You start walking to the entrance. After a moment, he follows. He relaxes a little, but glances over to his shoulder more than once. Outside, a low rumble rolls across the sky. Wind rustles in the trees. A dark cloud creeps in through the sunlight. Where sunlight once was, a sun gust with the scent of the rain in the hair, and then it starts raining. Heavy drops patter against the leaves, and thunder echoes all around you. Thunderstorm. Tropical storm, actually. Maybe we should wait a little. You find a dry spot beneath a rocky outcrop and sit on a large stone. Nami joins you. Together you watch the rain pour over the trees and ocean. It's quite almost peaceful. Then he speaks. Why did you choose this place, this island? You turn to him. Does he not remember? You told me once you wanted to go to the place just like this. October 30th, one day before the Shibuya incident. You had finished work from the day and were drinking with Shoko, who you learned could drink a lot. The two of you sat outside the stairs, watching the night stretch out over Tokyo, the polished sake between you. That's when Nanami arrived. You woke up, but didn't say anything, just held out a bottle silently. He hesitated, then took it. At some point, Shoko left, maybe to grab more drinks from the convenience store. You weren't really sure. The buzz in your head made the minutes pour together. Now it was just you and Nanami in a quiet, comfortable silence. Do you have a dream? His voice broke in the stillness, like a stone just into still water. You blinked at him. No one ever asked you that question, and you asked yourself. You never really wanted anything. A Nintendo Switch 2? You just did your job, and the idea of wanting something so badly and failing to get it was terrifying. Like a Nintendo Switch 2. You let out a dry laugh, trying to shake the thought off. Not really. I don't want anything. I really Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2 doesn't exist yet in this time frame, though. What a waste. You smiled to yourself. Sober Nanami wouldn't have said that so directly. What about you then, since dreams are so born? He stared at the little sake cup in his hand, then drowned in one smooth motion. To go somewhere quiet, an isolated island, maybe just relaxing, reading a book, feeling the wind. Okay, what kind of book? As he spoke, you could almost see it. The image forming behind your eyes like a memory that hasn't happened yet. It was like a glimpse into something you never thought about, a future. Not any real way, not yours. The feeling felt like it tasted a drug, addicting. You wanted to hear him keep talking about it. What else? Something that makes your heart ache when you're thinking about it? He didn't answer right away. Then his voice cuts to silence again. To get married. To me? You glanced at his left hand. No ring. Something inside you stirred, but you ignored it. You hadn't found someone you could see the future with. His gaze lifted to meet yours, heavy-lidded from the alcohol, but clear underneath. I have. Your breath caught slightly. Then, what's stopping you? A shadow passes across his face, subtle, but enough to shift the air between you. I wouldn't bear to leave them behind when I die. The words settled between you like a fog, quiet, heavy. Before he could say anything else, Shoko returned, arms full of snacks and more drinks. The moment passed, but you didn't forget it. Even long after the night faded, those words stayed with you. They echoed every time you looked at him. If he didn't have to be a sorcerer, You could have that wife, a family.
Well, he could have, but he decided to go back and become a sorcerer to save people.
You sing so many lives cut short, so many dreams abandoned mid-sentence. You didn't want that for him. Somehow, more than anything, you wanted him to be the one of the few who got to live. Maybe you couldn't escape this cursed world, but maybe he could. And if you could help him reach that future, you would. Ah, I love him. Nami sits beside you, eyes closed as you finish speaking. For a moment you wonder, did he fall asleep? Was your story that boring? You have a soft, fake, offended laugh, then lean just slightly towards him. Did he seriously fall asleep when I was talking?
It's like, yes.
His eyes open slowly. Your breath catches in your throat.
My voice is so soft, he probably fell asleep.
No, I was appreciating the sound of your voice. His gaze holds yours. You don't look away. You can't look away. I kept dreaming of it. That's what brought me back. Ah. You blink. Your heart skips a beat. I was afraid I'd never wake up again. I just wanted to see you one more time. Your so hard, pulse thumping in your chest. And why? Why did you want me to see? Why did you want to see me again? He doesn't move. He just turns his head slightly to face you more fully. To tell you, it's you, the one I saw saw a feature with, the one who's by my side in my dreams. Your breath catches. I understand if that sudden. You lean in and kiss him. He freezes for a second, then melts into it. His hands swift, warm, and careful, cup your face. His thumb brushing slightly against your cheek, and the contact sends a quiet shiver down your spine. Outside, the storm rolls on, the thunder distant. Rain streaking across the sky. You kiss for a long time. When it finally breaks, your forehead rests lightly against his. You close your eyes, breathing him in. He smells like warmth and rain. Is something familiar, something that sneaks into your chest and settles there, soft and safe. You lean into his shoulder. He lets you. Together you watch the storm paint the sea in streaks of gray and silver. And in the silence, your heart settles into something softer than it felt in a long time. After the kiss, the days seemed to pass more quickly. Nami remains respectful, almost too much so. He doesn't initiate anything beyond soft kisses, shared glances, quiet touches, but it's enough. You spend your time wrapped in a kind of quiet happiness. You read curled up together on the couch, then slow walks along the beach at dusk, and sometimes splash each other in the shallows, like you're both younger, freer, lighter. On rainy days, he prepares meals with you, slow and careful with his hands, or naps beside you under a blanket while you read aloud to him. Sometimes he holds your hand without saying a word, and that alone feels like everything. He goes more focused during his repetition, more serious, like he's trained for something. There's one particular movement he repeats, slow, controlled, again and again. You don't know what it means, but don't ask. You help him anyway. Soon he's strong enough to join you on trips to the village. You're relieved. It's good to walk beside him again, to know he's there. Well, you're buying fish. The old fisherman gives Nanami a warm smile. It's great to finally see you. Your wife was very devoted to your recovery. Nanami glances at you, and you freeze. You wail briefly, embarrassed laugh, and quickly turn away, moving to the next stall before you can say anything. So I've been promoted to husband now.
Yes, you're my husband, oh. Your face burns.
This community is very traditional, to the point where an unmarried man and woman aren't supposed to live alone together. I didn't feel like explaining the full situation. He studies you for a beat. That's a title I wouldn't mind earning. He let out an awkward laugh and waved it off, still mortified by the fisherman's assumption. But your heart is fluttering a little faster. You walk side by side through the village, warmth still lingering in your chest, when you start to hear the whispers. A creature haunting the outskirts, strange disappearance, mostly children, electronic devices malfunctioning, flickering lights, phones cutting off, radios dying mid-sentence. A curse. Before you could process it fully, Nami has fully stepped forward to the gathering villagers. Do you have any more information about this creature?
It's the plot twist. It's Stitch.
Let him speak. You watch him speak to the villagers, heart pounding, but you don't stop him and stay by his side. He listens, asks questions, then turns to you. It might be a curse. Yes. What should we do? You open and close your hands, glancing at the villagers. We need to gather more information. Let's talk to them later. He nods and you start walking back toward home together. When you finally leave the village, you exhale a deep breath you hadn't realized you were holding. Nami has been very active lately. He walks with a sense of hesitation, talks with more ease. Some days even goes to the village alone, just for the quiet routine of it. Part of you feels unsettled, wondering if he's going after that curse, but you try not to worry about it too much. When he returns today, he finds you in the garden. His eyes are better. He sets down the small basket of vegetables he picked up from the market and joins you for his usual routine, the one moment he's repeated for weeks now. Which I think he did, but I forgot. You watch him and do it easily. No strain, no hesitation. He kneels to the ground, breathing steady. Good job. You didn't really need to practice anymore. You don't really need to practice anymore. But he doesn't rise. You step towards him, brows furrowed. Are you alright? Do you need me to? He reaches into his pocket. You freeze as he pulls out something small, a ring, simple but beautiful, made of pale, smooth pearls, each one slightly different from the next. A wedding ring. I'm gonna say 100 times yes. Your hand flies to your mouth. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. You brought me back. You helped me remember what it feels like to want something, to have a future. You helped me make my dreams a reality. And now I hope we can build the next one together. He holds the ring up to you. Will you marry me? 100 times yes. Your breath catches. For a moment, the world goes quiet. Just the sound of the ocean, the wind fretting through the trees, and a steady beat of your heart to heart. You look at him at Nanami, the man who even now still cares so much quiet in his eyes. And this is different. There's no hope in him. There's a hope in him now, and you feel it booming in you too. Yes, of course I will. He exhales, like he's been holding his breath for months. Like 100 times yes. When he rises, you meet him halfway and kiss him. His arms come around you, anchoring you against him. And for the first time in a long time, there's nothing pulling either of you away. Just this. Just love. He never imagined the future like never imagined a future like this.
I thought he did.
Quiet mornings, the sound of the seas drifting in through the open windows, the woman he loves sitting beside him, brushing her fingers through over his wrist as she reads aloud. After everything, he thought peace would feel foreign, but it doesn't. It feels right. They're engaged now. She said yes with tears in her eyes and a laugh in her throat. He still sees that moment when he closes his eyes. Her hand at her mouth, the breeze in her hair, the faint smell of salt and flowers. He hadn't stopped wearing the smile that came out with it. So when he brings it up, just casually, something slips out. Between slips of tea, he doesn't expect a shift in her expression. I was thinking maybe we could go to Tokyo, choose wedding clothes, tell the others. She stills, blinks, then calmly sips her drink. Do you really think that's necessary? He watches her over the rim of his cup. It'll be good, don't you think? We'll come back after. She hums a sound without commitment. Do you really want to go? Yes, I do. She nods slowly and gets up. I see. Let me think about it, okay? She wings in, pressing a soft kiss on his forehead, and walks out of the room. He watches her go, a small caress forming between his brows. Did I say something wrong? We don't want him to come back till he can get hurt and go back to being a sorcerer. One afternoon, he tries to turn on the television just to check the weather, maybe listen to something light while he works in the kitchen. But nothing happens, no sound, no static. The screen stays black. He checks the cord, the outlet, everything was plugged in, exactly as it should be. Strange. Oh, he's gonna find out what's actually happening. Later, he picks up the phone to try calling the village. The line is dead, no dial tone, not even static. A howl of silence fills the room. His fingers hover over the receiver for a moment before he sets it down. Could be the curse doing? The thought lingers, but he doesn't say it out loud. And lately he's been feeling weaker, slower, not in a dramatic way, just the heaviness in his limbs that take a little more effort to shake off every morning. He mentioned it to her once while they were eating dinner. She gives him a small smile and says it's probably the heat, the humidity, summer coming in strong. We're doing something, aren't we? He nods, tries to believe it, but doesn't quite sit right. The villagers are still talking, more children gone missing, more strange malfunctions. He can't ignore anymore. We should go after that curse. She hesitates, then gives a quiet answer. Yeah, we should. I know. Today. She holds his gaze. There's a beat of silence between them, stretching just long enough to make the air feel heavier. Then she sighs. All right. She agrees, but her body tells a different story. The way her shoulders stay tense, the way she doesn't look at him when she says it. He notices, though he doesn't understand. Why does she seem afraid? They were strong enough, weren't they? It's like, okay, we know something, don't we? You follow the villagers' clues deeper into the forest. The air thickens around you, damp and heavy. Moss clings to the trunks, and the trees seem to lean inward like they're watching. You don't want to be here. Not like this. You glance at Nanami. He walks just ahead of you, shoulders squared, step steady, like this is just another mission, another curse. But it's not. He didn't pull him back from the edge of death so he could return to this life. You don't spend weeks at his side, healing him, holding him, just to watch the world chew him up again. Or think of the children. Think of the children. That's what he's thinking. You don't want him to fight anymore. And the television. We need to think about the television too. And the phones. You want him to stay with you, safe. The curse energy hits all at once, jagged and wrong. The curse oranges from the underbrush, fast and snarling, mouth open too wide. Nami moves to intercept, but you're faster. Rage surges like blood in your throat. You throw your hand forward. Your poison answers, not carefully, not precise, explodes from your fingers like venom, dark and burning and alive. It hits the curse full on, slamming into the chest, wrapping around its limbs, choking it, drowning it in your fury. It screams high, shrill, ugly. You don't stop. You push more into it, more necessary. You burn it down to nothing until the air stinks of rotten smoke and something worse. Ash rains down, catching your air. Your chest heaves. There's nothing left of it, not even a trace. Something brushes your arm, and you flinch beneath, a breath catching your throat, but it's only Nanami. He steps closer, gently pulling you into his arms. It's all right, my dear. Let yourself lean into him. Though your pulse is still racing, adrenaline burning hot beneath your skin. Your hands are trembling, and you don't know if it's from the poison or the fury you haven't fully let go of. Thank you for helping those people. You don't look at him yet. Your heart's still pounding. I'm fine now. You don't need to worry about me so much anymore. I know. Your voice is soft, but it wavers. But I still do. He nods silently, then steps back into just enough to place a hand at your back. Come on, let's go home. The two of you walk in silence, your fingers brushing lightly, your steps slow through the quiet trees. But something inside you is still burning. How many more times will the world still call him back? How many more times will he answer? You don't know. Are you willing to find out? They arrive back home. The air feels clearer somehow, like something heavy was finally lifted. He steps through the doors and pauses just for a moment, letting the silence settle around him. Then out of quiet curiosity, he walks to the television and presses the power button. It turns on, the screen glowing softly. He checks the phone next. It works too. So it really was the curse. Okay, it wasn't me. Good. Behind him, he hears the rustle of pages. She's on the sofa now, book in hand. She looks at him and pats the seat beside her, an invitation. He crosses the room and sinks into the space next to her. Their arms touch, and that small point of contact is all that takes to settle something inside him. She opens the book and begins to read, her rhythm smooth in a way that nothing else is. He closes his eyes and listens. He doesn't need to go back to Tokyo to keep helping, not really. He can still support them, reach out and stay connected, and visit when it's needed. But the presence is gone, the pressure is gone, the weight, the sense that everything depends on him. It's been gone for a while now, and in its place something else has taken root. Something quieter, more certain. All I can think about now is the dream he once spoke loud and out under stars, barely believing in it. And now, and how soon it finally became real. The sun settling, casting the sky in warm streaks of orange, pink, and gold. The sea sparkles with the light, waves catching the glow like scattered gems. The island is alive with quiet celebration, laughter in the distance, soft music playing in someone's old speaker, the scent of grilled food mixed with flowers strung across the wooden arch behind you. Ah, the happy ending. We're getting married. You stand barefoot in the sand, holding Nanami's hand as the ceremony unfolds. He looks gorgeous in a faded light, your soon-to-be husband. You try and memorize everything, the way his thumb moves over yours, slow and reassuring, the way the breeze plays with his hair, the way his eyes never leave yours. Going back to Tokyo had been nerve-wracking. The city was loud, sharp, full of old ghosts. You were afraid that once he was there, surrounded by it all again, you'd choose to leave, to keep fighting, to die. But you didn't try to stop him. You waited. And he chose this island. He chose to stay with you. He clears his throat. The small crowd quiets. There was a time I thought I knew what I was meant for. Work, responsibility, sacrifice. But it reminded me that living is not the same as surviving. The strength isn't just the endurance, and it's choosing peace when it's offered. You gave me that choice, and today I make mine. I choose you. I'm not a Pokémon. And in every version of this life, I choose you. You don't wait for the official signal. You step forward and kiss him. The moment your lips meet, cheers erupt. Through the blur of your tears, you see familiar faces in the crowd. Shoko is clapping with tired little smile that says more than words ever could. You know, sobbing, and someone's hands him a tissue. Nami's crying are there too, all of them. Oh, my adopted son's there. His face lights up when he sees them. That rare, unguarded smile spreading across his face. Ryuji is the most energetic. My adopted son, waving both arms like a kid at a festival. My adopted son, I adopt him. Does help that I have classes based off of 2 pairs. Hopefully, maybe one day 3 pairs based off him. Later, you find a moment to yourself and walk down to the sea. The sky has dimmed into lavender. The waves are quiet. The celebration hums gently behind you. Nami appears at your side and takes your hand, fingers intertwining with yours. Which dream should we chase now? You glance at him, surprised. What? You always focus on everyone else, on me, or on healing, on protecting. When was the last time you thought about it, about what you wanted? If I want something for myself and lose it, I don't know what I'll do. He squeezes your hand. Then don't do it alone. If it's terrifying you to have a dream by yourself, then let's create one together. You smile, your heart full, and lean your head against his shoulder. All right. And for a moment, just one perfect moment, you wish you could stay like this forever. Maybe you can't, but you'll carry this moment with you. Always. Ending 3 out of 3. They arrive back home. The moment he steps inside, something feels off. There's a small, faint, but distant lingering coming from the bedroom. Nami pauses in the doorway. But why hadn't he noticed it before? Had the fresh air outside cleared his head? Or is he only now letting himself notice it? It's the same scent from the forest, the same poison she used against the curse. Slowly, a thought clicks into place. Was it also used on me? He turns to her, his chest tightens. Did you use your poison on me? His face pales. Her face pales. Kento? He moves past her towards the television. It still doesn't work now. Was it really the curse's doing? Then she steps into the front of him, blocking the way, eyes wide, breath uneven. Okay, this time we did. Depends on the route. He doesn't say anything. He turns and walks out the house. The sea wind brushes against his face, but doesn't clear the ache in his chest. She doesn't trust him. He knows her fear came from love, but doesn't soften the betrayal. You run after him, bare feet hitting sand, heart pounding harder with every step. The shore soft beneath you, pulling at your ankles like you're trying to keep you in place. Kento, please, I'm sorry. Your voice is raw, carried away by the ocean wind. I was just afraid you'll come back to that life. If you go back, you'll die. You know you will. Finally, he looks back at you. There's no anger in his eyes. It's just something worse. Sadness. I never said I was going back. But that's not your choice to make. Please just stay. Stay here with me. He looks at you for a long moment. I need time. His voice is calm, but there's distance in it. Let me come with you. I need you to trust me. He says it gently, but the words hit hard. You didn't do it before, so I'm asking you to do it now. I need some time to myself to think. I'll let you know my answer soon. Then he turns again, walking down the beach until the wind and waves swallow the sound of his footsteps. He falls to her knees in the sand, hands on her chest like they might hold it together. He didn't want to hurt him. He just wanted to keep him safe, keep his dream alive. But maybe he's trying too hard to hold it on. You pushed him away for good. Ending 1 out of 4. The end. They return home as the sun begins to drip behind the trees, painting the sea in gold and violet. The air is warm still. No birdsong, no wind. There's a sweet smell in the house, comforting. It makes him relax. My dear, can you please turn on the humidifier? She hesitates just for a moment, then nods and flickers on. He takes a deep breath. The warmth spreads through him. His body feels light, weightless. She guides him gently towards the bed and sits. He rests his head on her lap. Eyes already fluttering, close as his fingers move through his hair. She leans down, pressing her lips softly in his forehead. He thinks there was something he meant to remember, something he was worried about. But now, he can't recall what it was. Maybe he doesn't want to. Sleep, my dear. Oh yeah, there's only 3 routes, so there's no route 4. or ending form. Her voice is quiet, smoothing like a lullaby. You don't have to worry about anything anymore. I'll take care of it. I'll protect your dream. He looks up at her. Vision is a little hazed, but clear enough to see a smile in his eyes. And in the moment, he knows he never wants to leave this place. Not the island. Not her. Not this peace. You're purple. I'm pointing. The wedding's small, just the two of you and a handful of villagers. No fanfare, no noise. He smiles and when he says his vows. He's calm now, quiet, exactly how he should be. Or yandere. He doesn't talk about Tokyo anymore. Doesn't mention theirs. Doesn't dream of anything beyond the sea. In your quiet little house, you're fulfilled his dream. And he doesn't worry about curses anymore. He doesn't worry at all. Because he has you. And you protect it, all of it, forever. Ending 2 out of 3. Then, if you like my content, please subscribe, like the video. If you haven't already, comment down. If you haven't already, consider subscribing, like the video, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time.